Hey, Rizong, now?
Yes, you're audible.
Hey, great man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Let me see. Okay. Great, Rizong. No, nice to meet you.
Same here.
Great. Okay, before we start this session, can you just give like little bit intro about you?
Yeah, so like I did my diploma in engineering in Mumbai,
Mm-hmm.
and after a year I came to US for my master's in IT.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I graduated in December 2022.
Oh, okay.
So, and after that, like I was looking out for a job, and the job market here is really bad.
Right, right. Yeah.
So, like I was literally jobless for like 7 to 8 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was working for a staffing company
Mm-hmm.
and they offered me a job for like, technical business, technical recruiter, you can
Okay.
say.
Okay.
But um, recruitment is something very much different than what I've studied. Okay,
Right.
yeah. So like I'm working as a recruiter right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm looking out for some opportunities where I can get into IT. Okay, that's the first thing, and the second thing is I want to get into IT, but somehow cleared my master's, my degree, and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. So you mentioned like you have finished in MS in IT, right?
Yep, that's right.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Okay. So so the course which you are looking for to help you to get into a data analytics role, right? So that's what you're looking for.
Yes.
Great, great. That's a good one. And okay, I know how this recruiting, it's kind of uh it's totally there's a lot of change between what we are in the IT and the what is in recruiting happening, right?
Yep,
That's
yep.
totally change. Great to hear you're looking for data analytics role. And as you mentioned, last year was very pathetic about this job market. Of course, like as you
Yep.
are working as a part of a recruiter, you might know a lot of more details, right? uh,
Yes.
and I think this year compared to last year, this year is kind of okay, but I hope like next year will be like better, how we
They are
have it in COVID.
they are just assuming that this year is going to get worse. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Let's
But I,
see if it gets
yeah.
better, but I still don't know.
Right. But what I see is when I compare to last year, the job market in the last year was totally bad. You cannot see not even a single job role was opened. Okay. But I
Yep.
see when this year starts, I see a lot of job roles are opening. But of course,
Okay.
it's not to the level of what we have it in COVID time. Okay. But
Yep.
when you see compared to last year, I see a lot of job roles markets are opening for mainly for data spaces and mainly for this UI specification, the job roles. You might know like Angular JS, Node.js, those type of roles also.
Yes.
There's like a lot of job openings, and the data side also there is like a lot of openings are coming in this year. Okay. And I heard, okay, in a lot of companies the there is a hiring freeze which is going on, right? They
Yes.
going to remove the hiring freeze after this Q1. Okay.
Okay.
And anyway, they're not going to recruit like so much as I mentioned, but there is like few job roles is going to be opened by all the companies. Okay.
Okay.
And all the companies are, you have seen like a lot of news, they are restructuring things. Okay. And when they do the restructuring, what happens in the real time market is who are in the, roles of like above 50, like vice president, directors, those roles will be they'll be weight of, okay. And they'll start pulling like a lot of people in the ground, basically the junior levels profiles. This is what like you
Got
should
it.
do. Even see like today news they have mentioned, right? Deloitte is going to be, do this all the org change, in the coming months. Okay. So I feel like, after Q1 you might get like, a lot of roles in all the suggestions. Okay. But one of my suggestion is like, for you, as you are like trying for a new data analytics role in the market. Okay. Always like try to use your experience, right? Whatever the current experience you have. Okay. But change that, experience into a data analytics role.
Got it.
So that, it will help you to go into very easily come. See, if you're telling like, I'm a fresher in data analytics role, pretty sure, there will be a lot of questions. Even your resume shortlist will be like very hard. You might know, right? When you're getting like, a lot
Yes.
of once always they'll ask for like, 1+ years of experience. Okay. And
Now,
no
like
one.
current scenario, they're asking for like 8 to 9 years of experience.
Right, right. Same, it depends. It's open, when the role is coming in. But you are telling like, I'll tell you like, I have like 12 years of experience. Okay, in
Okay.
purely into a data analytics role. All my experience into. Okay, but for us, it's like, it's very hard for to get like the new openings. Okay, because
Yeah.
of this, this experience, lot of stuffs, it's very hard for to get like new openings. But I feel like, the average, like the initial data analyst role is like, always like you can get it very quickly. Okay. But only things like, as I mentioned, don't show the recruiter profile in your resume. Okay. That's what I meant.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
So make sure to use, your experience into a data analytics platform. Like, of course, like this course will help you to do it. Okay, because like you can able to
Okay.
answer all your questions and to tackle your interviews. Okay, that's what like the usually the course content was designed in a way so that you can
Okay.
use this. Okay, of course, like we'll be here to help you in a way like once you finish the course, like how you want to like change your resume and all this stuffs. Okay, pretty sure like I'll help you to like move into a good role.
Okay. Like, I can I have your name? Like, are you Satish or what is it?
Myself like Sridhar. You can call me Sridhar.
Sridhar.
That's my name. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Sridhar, I just wanted to ask you, like, I've chosen Tableau along with SQL. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've told you that I've gone through my diploma, I've done my degree, I've done my master's, but I'll still say that I just know maybe 1 or 2% only. The rest 98% I don't know because I didn't pay attention to the course. Just to
Uh-huh.
clear it, I cleared it. Okay. So
Okay.
I want to tell you that I am completely a fresher. As you should be assuming that Rishank doesn't know anything about IT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say that you'll have to start from the base. Maybe it will be very difficult for you because I will ask you very silly and stupid questions.
No, no, no. That you can ask. That's why like I'm here to help you in a way. Of course, like you can stop me at any time. Like sometimes if I go like very high level, you can stop saying Sridhar, it's like this very high level. Like go from very basic. I'm happy to do
Got
it.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
There is no like silly questions or small questions. This is all about like understanding things, right? Sometimes like
Got it.
whatever the question you might ask, like I always used to interact with new people because see, if you ask like what is relational database, I can go and answer. Okay, but you might
Got it.
come up with the new thoughts, right? Sometimes like
Yeah.
even that question make me to like, oh, why we cannot do like that, so that we both can like sit together and like do a kind of like analyze and like we can figure out it. Okay, so don't
Got
think like that, this is the small questions or silly questions like that. Okay, it will be like all the questions are important, like because as I always tell to the students saying like if you understand the basics, always your learning curve will be very good. Okay, and
Okay.
if a basic you didn't understand, if you have still you are not have a clarity, two things will happen. One is like the advanced skills you'll not able to understand first, and you'll not get an interest also to learn. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
like
right.
yeah, so better get a clarity on like very basic level. Of course, like I'll go down to the earth, and I can like
Yeah.
even figure out like the content also. Okay,
Okay.
stop me like anytime and give the feedback also. See, I'm happy to get a feedback. Okay, and you're telling like no, it's
Okay.
very high level, we can get it down and sort it out to the very low level things. Okay, and share the feedback.
Okay.
That's good to share the feedback to me also, so that I can change accordingly, like what is your need. Okay, that's a goal of
Okay.
this courses also. At the end is like you need to understand. Okay,
Got it.
so that's a goal of the courses. Cool. Okay. Maybe I don't have like much to share in this, but I'll just share like few informations about like how the data rolls in the market. Okay. And
Okay.
parallelly we see like how we are the course contents was aligned and how we are going to get the courses. Okay, how we are
Okay.
going to learn all this ones. And you can ask questions like how we are going to do all the things. And like currently, like which place you are locating?
Connecticut.
Okay, great, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'll be
nice.
following the Eastern Standard Time. So like I
You
just
for
wanted to
this.
ask that the timing will be for me will be like 9 p.m. or what is it going to
This
be?
is the
10 p.m.
time
Sorry.
I'm in IST. Okay,
Okay.
so this is 8 a.m. is our training time. So 8 to 9 a.m.
Okay. Okay. And
You are
will
in
it just
Connecticut.
be me?
Yes, you will be the one. Yeah. So I
Okay.
think we can.
Okay. Also, I have one of my roommate, so I'll just talk to him as well. So
Mm.
will you be having? Can you have two people together? Like
Yeah,
I'll have to talk about the fees and stuff. But yeah, can you teach two
yeah,
people
that I
together?
think you can talk to Satish.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll talk to Satish about it.
yeah. So that will be a great, from where you can start. Okay, that's
Okay.
cool. And you're part of Connecticut, right? Okay. I was in Atlanta
Yeah.
for quite some time.
Okay. So you have been here.
I've been there. Yeah. Mm.
But you didn't like it here.
Uh, uh, kind of like I would say it's like half and off. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
I liked it, but somehow like I just came in the COVID time to India. Okay, and due to all the changes, I don't want to go back. So I was in India, and I just want to take care like parents and everything. So so I
Okay.
don't
Okay.
want
Okay.
to travel right now for a long term. Okay, so
Okay.
that's
Got
why
it.
like stop it. Cool, man. Cool. It's
All right.
okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, just let me know once able to see my screen.
Yep. I can see.
Can you able to see my screen, right? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna give like a very basic structure because like a lot of students you might hear like all the terminologies, and
Yeah.
problem is like they don't know like how this terminology is working in the real time organization. Okay, that's why like I'm going to bring like what all the terminologies will be there in the data aspects. Okay,
Okay.
you might hear about like there's a role which starts from database administrator, okay, or a data warehouse analyst, okay, and the data engineers. Okay, um, so when it comes to the real time, okay, usually like how the project will grow is like you'll get a requirement. Of course, like as we start about like software development life cycle, the first thing which will happen is on like getting the requirements, correct? And once you get the requirements for like for any of this data related stuffs, what usually do is like there is a lot of teams which will be involved in satisfying the requirements. Okay, and the one of the team is data analytics team. Okay, but there's like other teams are also available to like satisfy the requirements. Okay, so one other team like as I talking like in the data space, you might hear about like certain job roles. Okay, you might hear about like business analyst, you heard about like data engineering, you heard about like business intelligence developer, and you heard about like data science. Now the new terminology which is coming like machine learning, artificial intelligence, these are all the stuffs which a new job descriptions are coming in, correct? So every job description has its like own roles and responsibilities. Okay, so when comes to this requirement space, what once you get the requirement from the client, the first job role which the people will be involved is business analyst. Okay, so what this business analyst will do? Okay, the business analyst will do in a way like they will go and talk to client, understand the requirement, and they will do a kind of a POC. Okay, what the POC they will do is like they will find like oh come on like now the client is giving me a requirement. They will go and find whether the data is reside in our system or not, or how this visualization looks, what all the features the client is requirement is asking. So all the details will be gathered by the business analyst. Okay, the skill of the business analyst role will be like more or less the data analyst can play the business analyst role. Okay, But what is the difference between this in two? Like, why the people are calling as business analyst and why the some people are calling as a data analyst is this is like, slight variation in the line is, see, if a business analyst, you should understand domain knowledge more, okay, plus technical skills. Okay, so why the domain knowledge is required is like, because the client will always talk in the domain terminologies, right? And so if you are like, good in like understanding the domain knowledge, for example, of like, we have like a lot of domains like insurance domains, we have a healthcare, we have like, oil and gas, and we have like, missionaries, we have like retail, we have like, commercial. These like different domains are there, right? So if anyone who knows analytics plus business domain knowledge, that role will be as a business analyst role. Okay, so
True.
that guy will like, go and find out the requirement and do the POCs. Okay, and once the requirement is sorted out by the business analyst, because business analyst knows both the domain and technical, right? So you get the domain knowledge and convert into how the IT products looks. Okay, now the next team will be involved is the data engineering team. I know data engineering is a new terminology, I would say, but in the older terminology you might have heard about like, data warehouse analyst or a database admin. These are all the
Yeah.
people which are, named recently into a data engineering space, because when it comes to the now the world is like moving to the cloud based architecture, all this stuffs, right? So, and each and every company is using like, different databases to store the data for different teams. For example, like, sales team is using like SAP, and normal the website which the data which has come through flow to RDBMS databases. Okay, and different databases are there in multiple locations of each and every company, and they want to analyze the data. Okay, so bringing all the data to a one common system, right? One common system, so that only the the data analysts go and pick the data, and they can go and analyze. So bringing that information, the work will be driven by data engineer. Okay, so that's why, like, if you see the data engineer capability is like, the data engineer should know like database, plus he should know this, the programming skills. So programming skills is vary between like, Python or R, or like, different languages to write the pipelines. They call us like pipelines. Okay, pipeline is nothing but pulling the data from different databases and push that information to a one common data lake. Basically they call us like data lake. Okay, that's a job role of data engineering. Okay, so why the people like who will choose this data engineering roles? Okay, if you are like, you love coding, like, you can write coding in Python, you like, coding in like, different languages, and if you are more good with understanding of the cloud, of course, like, you can go and choose this data engineering profile. Okay, but a lot of people will be like, even from like, coming from like, IT background or non-IT background, the coding skills fundamentally, like, if you take me, like, I don't like coding skills. Okay, and I don't want to be like, coding, like sitting and like, writing like a lot of lines of code. Okay, so I'm not the kind of that guy. So I usually not prefer, but data engineering is like, as I mentioned, who is like, love to code, they can prefer this, data engineering role. Okay, and they can go and like, uh, take this role out of it. So data engineering will take the data. Basically, data engineering will talk to business analyst and identify what are the data needs are there. That guy will pull all this informations from like different databases and put into a one data system. Okay, and that what, like, usually, like, the data engineers work will be doing. What is the next role? What is it like, okay, now we have a data in our system, right? And that's where, like, our data analytics team is coming into a picture. Okay, and what is our data analytics team will do is like, see, data analyst team will do analyze the data into a whatever this data which is coming from a different systems. Okay, for example, like, I want to know, like, how much sales happened, and I want to know, like, how much is, market share in your for your domain or for your product. Okay, so how you will analyze the data, as like, the sales data is in different database, market data is in different database, so our data engineer help us to bring all the data to one system. Okay, so now the analytic teams will sit and extract this information, and kind of like, because what data engineer will do is like data engineer will always push only the raw information to us. Okay, and based on your project or based on your requirement, you can write, or you can, your own way of like, using a SQL to transform into whatever the need you look for your requirements. Okay, that's why like, data analytics team needs SQL. First of all, SQL means like, structured query language. Okay, and basically that's a language which you will use to talk to the database. Okay, so
Okay.
analytics will use, SQL, and plus, okay, now by using the SQL you have talk to the database and identify what data you need, and you are pulling that information. Basically you are extracting this information. Okay, and you'll do your all your logics, that is called transform. Okay, you'll do all your logics and everything, and you load, where you will do load this informations, how the user will see this information, by using the dashboards. Okay, that dashboard is by like, you can create through like, Tableau, Power BI. These are the business intelligence tools. Okay, that's
Okay.
why if you know this, the analytics should know business intelligence tools, plus some kind of math knowledge, which will help the analytics analytics team to like figure out basically this, written a logic to get the data out of it. Okay, so if you see here, this diagram is like, give like, very high level picture of like, how the roles will be aligned. Okay, and how you will be like, driven. And now this, how this course will be related to it, by using this course you will be become like, a data analyst. And if you're like more you like on domain knowledge, you can become a business analyst, because as I mentioned, right, business analyst also will do the, same kind of tools, will use the same kind of tools, but they will have like more domain knowledge compared to like, what the knowledge what you have it in, for as a data analyst. Okay, but the data analyst doesn't need, I will not say like, doesn't need business knowledge, but data analyst also required business knowledge, but in a very minimum knowledge is required. Okay, they should understand
Got
like
it.
what data is coming in, that's it. Otherwise they will be
Okay.
mainly concentrated into a tools like, SQLs,
Tools.
Power BI, or like, Tableau. These are all the tools, the people is going to use. Okay, and now it comes to the picture of data science. Okay, what this data science, you might hear like, past to 5 years or 4 years, everyone will talk about like data science, data science, data science, right? So data
Yeah.
science is like, one will use the data, past data, whatever the data which we have it in our database, and they will find the prediction modeling. Basically they will write algorithm. Okay, and that is the
Okay.
only job of like, data science. They will write algorithm by using Python. They will train the algorithm, and they will like, do like, machine learning. Now they have a, into artificial intelligence, NLP. These are all these different types of algorithm they'll use, and they will predict the data, and again they will store that information in the same database. Basically once the algorithm is running, the algorithm will give the output. Correct. Now once the
Okay.
output is ready, now the data engineering team will write a pipeline and pull the output, and again they will put it into a same data lake. Okay,
Okay.
now once the data comes to this, data lake, now analytics teams needs to wake up. They will wake up, and they will go and like pull that information, and they will see like how they can show that information in the Tableau dashboard. Okay, so that the people can use out of it, right? So this
Got
is
it.
where like, lot of job roles are like in inside this data spaces. Okay, as when comes to data analytics, you can apply for business analytics role, you can apply for data analytics role, you can apply for business intelligence developer, you can apply for Tableau developer. Okay, these are all the roles. You can, even you can apply for BA specialist. Okay, these are all the roles are there. Okay, and you can
Okay.
apply for this type of roles. You can, in the market. Okay, this is how
Okay.
like, all this, different tools or domains like, in the data aspects. Okay, cool. So do you have like any doubt, Rishang?
Sridhar, I just wanted to ask, like, I'm a complete fresher. What would you suggest? Like, your course will be only, concentrating on SQL and Tableau, right?
Right, basically this
Yeah.
analytics space. Yeah,
Yeah. So, first you'll be starting off with, I guess, SQL because that will be like a base.
correct. Yeah,
So that will take me. The next step will be the Tableau. part of it? And then I just wanted to ask you, you just said that, you can become a Tableau developer, but that won't be covered in this course, right?
It will be covered, right? Because if you see the course structure, you can see, you can, the Tableau developer is the one, you can see you're going to learn like a whole Tableau product itself, okay, and how you're going to
Okay.
create your dashboards, and how you can integrate your dashboard with data sources, and how you can design your all your charts and everything. That's what like it's going to be covered. So basically the Tableau is a business intelligence tools. So here it's
Okay.
like, if you see here, it's overall given as a business intelligence tool, because there is like a lot of business intelligence tools in the market, okay. I'll tell you, like, sales, okay, Tableau is owned by Salesforce, okay. Power BI is owned by Microsoft. Looker is
Okay.
owned by Google. Basically Looker and Data Studio is owned by Google, and there is other tool called ClickView and ClickSense, that is owned by Click. Basically the company name is Click, okay. See, it's kind of like, we call all these tools as a business intelligence tools, okay. As you know, right, we are using Gmail, we are using Yahoo Mail, like that, right? See, we as like, both are mail system, okay.
Yeah.
But different company has their own way of like, having the mails, correct? Like Google has it
Got
and
it.
Yahoo has, like this only. Like, when you see like business intelligence tools, every company like Salesforce has Tableau, and Power BI is owned by Microsoft and all this ones. So in this course we are going to learn this analytics platform in a way, like, so first, as mentioned, we're going to learn the sequels. You can see the sequels, what is the functions and how to use joins, all this informations in the sequels. And after we're going to concentrate into a Tableau. So the
Okay.
course content will in a way like, once you give the data to you, okay, by
Okay.
using the data, basically I'm just talking about the output of the courses, like what you learned, okay. If I give the data to
Okay.
you, you will be able to create a dashboard with the right information of what this business is need for, okay.
Got
So
it.
that's why, like, you will be trained. For example, like, I'm giving you Amazon data sets to you, okay. Now the output of, like, once you finish this, what you can get, it's like, you can tell me saying, it's like, hey, come on, like, in India for this product the sales is more, okay, and in US for this product, sales is more. But in some of the products which is sold good in US, but it's not sold good in, like, India, okay. And you know that's called, like, data driven approach, right? So if
Yeah.
you give this information to this business, the business will go and take a decision out of it. So for example, like, if you're
Yeah.
telling, like, okay, this product is not good in India, basically it's not selling in India, they will find why the product is not selling in India, okay. So two decisions, the company can take it. One, they will not spend much money on the sales team in the next year for that particular product, right?
Got it.
And the manufacturing cost they can reduce, because, like, anyway it's not selling in India, why they want to manufacture that product in India, so that they can stop it, okay. And they might think in other way also, like, oh, okay, come on, like, our sales team is not doing good in for this particular product, put more in money, or, like, more pressure into a sales team to get the product to sell, okay. So this
Okay.
kind of decisions how they will take by seeing the data, right? you know
Yeah.
at the end of the courses, you'll be able to give the data to the users by using, like, Tableau dashboards. That's like, the whole purpose of this whole course. So you learn the full Tableau desktop, okay, how you can create a dashboard, and as I mentioned, like, how you can think about the data, and how you can come up with creating these dashboards, okay. So that's the whole course content will be.
Okay. And also, like, it's like I was being told it's a 2 months course,
Yeah, it's around like 50 days, yeah.
50 days. So like it's going to be Monday to Friday.
Uh, yes, usually, like, we'll keep, like, Monday to Friday. Yeah.
Okay. And if as you know, like here I'm alone, so I'll be having some or the other work. If something comes up, okay, it's not going to be like every time, but if it comes up that how are we going to compensate the session, or is it like you will count it as a session which
It's
is missed?
No. It will not be count as a session which we will missed actually. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it's 1 or 2 days, like it's just totally fine. Like, but problem is like, if you give like long gap, okay,
Yeah.
maybe like, that time you can take as an assignment so that, it will be easy for you to like, use the time for the assignments.
Got it.
Okay. And if you plan, but if you're going to ahead, but think like, if you are missing the class, of course, like only you are there,
Yeah.
that will not be counted. Okay. And even if your
Got it.
friend is going to be joined also, anyway, you both will talk in the background, right? Of
Yes,
course,
we
you
will.
both are like, roommate, you will be talk in the background, and like, you guys can plan accordingly, right?
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
No, so
And
that
even,
because I just wanted to get a clarity because later on it shouldn't
yeah,
happen that I didn't tell you that I might take a leave or there's
right,
like
right.
people are just doing their off-campus job as well, and now currently I am working as well. So
Mhm.
I have
Got it,
so
got
many
it.
things which are clashing now.
Yeah. But problem, that is not a problem actually. That's what I would say. If you miss classes anyway, it not be counted. And as I mentioned,
Okay.
only you and your friend is going to join. That's totally okay. But problem with other thing is like, if you give continuous classes, you know, uh, you will not like, have a gap. Basically, you will not miss a
Yeah.
lot of steps. Okay. And
Got it. Got
you'll not be like, forget like a lot of things also. Okay. That's
it.
the
Yeah.
only thing. Like, until if you are able
Okay.
to manage it, you can able to manage it. And sometimes like, as you mentioned, like, even sometimes like, I'll take like some break like 1 or 2 days, but we'll all let like, even like if you're not
All
able to
right.
join
That's
the
fine.
classes, yeah, we can let and even if you are not able to join also let us know so that we can plan
Yeah.
accordingly. Okay.
Plan. Yeah. So is there also Saturday, Sunday there won't be any class for sure, or is it like when you're available you can take because those 2 days I guess I don't know like you may be having a busy schedule, but if you have some time on Saturday, Sunday where if you can teach or take it a bit longer as well if you are
Mm.
comfortable like it's all totally on you.
Saturday usually I can spend, but
Yeah.
I don't want to commit right away. But whenever like we are free, like we can have a classes, right? Because like as you guys are free, we'll
Yes,
let
yes,
for example, like I'll tell like if this Saturday is free, like can we have a class? Like if you guys tell yes, we can.
yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Like, yeah, just as if both are comfortable, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
or us, okay, then I'm not sure about my friend yet, but I will surely join. Okay,
Okay.
I hope to learn many things. Just
Great,
like,
great.
I'll just let you know that I'm a complete fresher. Maybe I have done everything,
Yeah.
but I
But
don't know
what
anything.
I'm suggesting is like ask me more questions because see, I'll tell you like if you ask me more questions, ask doubts only, like I'll go to a very deeper level, all like how the real company works it. Okay.
Got it,
Sometimes
got
like
it,
what I feel is like if I telling like okay, see, I can go and teach you like what is filters and what it types. Okay. But problem is like I can tell like one example or two examples, but if you ask like more questions, is like how this will work, how this in the company is working on, so that I can go and give like more examples. Otherwise, like what
got
I
it, got
feel
it,
is like okay, you understands much better, good, like I can move to the next topic. Okay. But
got it,
it's I'll directly tell things like it's your job to like trigger me and get that information. Okay.
got it. Yes, yes, yes. I'll make sure that I'll irritate you.
Yeah, that's good, so that we both can learn to each other.
All right. So like you'll be teaching, just teach me. I'm just letting you know that you just teach me in a way that I'm a fresher. Okay. So
Yeah.
I just felt looking at everyone else's profile and stuff. I
Hmm.
seen Tableau and SQL. I guess Tableau is somewhat easy once you understand the basics of Tableau,
Right.
but then SQL is required. I was
Yeah.
getting into because like I graduated in December 2022,
Mm.
and January 2023 I started searching for a job as a
Mm-hmm.
business analyst,
Mm.
and then 7 8 months I was jobless. So
Okay.
I didn't get anything, and then somehow I landed up on this just to
Okay.
get paid. So
Paid.
I'm
Okay.
completely a fresher into this field. Teach me as a basic person, like, doesn't know anything. I've not worked, so no prior experience as well.
Mm. Sure, sure. Yes, yes.
Uh,
Um, I think one thing which I need is like, can you please set up your system to get all this Microsoft SQL Server and all this thing? Maybe I can share this link. Just set up this only. Just install this Microsoft SQL Server, Shank.
Like currently, I don't have my laptop. I'm connected to you with on my mobile.
Mobile. Okay.
So you can just send it to across to me, and I'll do it by tomorrow. Like whenever we are starting our session.
Sure, sure, sure. Yes. And when we are planned to start the classes?
Uh, Whenever, like, is it fine if we start day after or tomorrow? Tomorrow, yeah, we can do it tomorrow. So tomorrow
Yeah,
is
maybe like
Tuesday.
give it like you can talk to your friend also if your friend is joining or not. You just conclude like whether he's joining or not. Okay, and
Okay,
if he's joining, like align with your dates and let us know.
okay, no problem.
And if not, like
Sridhar,
we
I'll
can
let you
start
know.
by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Anything is okay for us. Okay for me.
Okay, fine. All right, I'll let you know. Uh,
Sure.
uh, like I don't have your number, so I don't know how I'll be
No, you
contacting you.
can
But I'll
directly contact with Satish. He's the one is like
okay.
a point of contact. Yeah,
All right, so I'll let Satish know. Anyways,
great.
I'll talk to him and let's see. Let's have a good session from whenever we start. But I'll surely join, and I'm hoping to have a good session.
Great, great, Roshan. Just waiting
Yeah.
for it too. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So then that is the fixed timing, right? Like 8 o'clock will
yeah, yeah,
not be changed. Okay.
that's a fixed timing. We can have it here. But
Okay. Okay.
like, is that time is comfortable for you, or do
Like
you
yeah,
have
because
any
see
other
in
option in your
India,
mind?
no, no, no. So if you feel that you can take sessions which are late, like maybe after 8 also in India, you can take it late, and I am free at night. I can still attend. I stay up at night on weekends and stuff.
But
So
if it
if
is a
you are
night
free,
for me, oh, it's a night. Now it's a night for
no, no,
you.
no. I'm talking about night. Night for me.
Oh, okay,
Even if
okay.
it's like you
Okay.
are saying that 10 a.m. in IST in India.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
No,
like
I think for
10.
me it's 8 a.m. is to 9 a.m. is like comfortable, so that So if
Okay.
you're good, I know we can do it. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. No problem. Then we'll go with that only. We'll not change it because then it will create confusion.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Great,
Yeah.
great, Roshan. Yeah. And
All
nice
right.
talking to
I'll
you.
talk to
Okay.
same here. I'll talk
Yeah.
to my friend. I'll let him know. Okay.
Sure.
I'll tell
And
him what we are going to learn. Even he's a fresher. He hasn't
okay.
worked. He's also looking out for a job.
Oh,
So I
okay.
just wanted to ask you one last question. After learning SQL and Tableau, okay,
Hmm.
can I apply for jobs?
Yes, of course. Yeah. uh as I mentioned, right, as I told, you can apply to the multiple job roles. Okay, one is like,
Okay.
as I mentioned, you change your resume one, and other one is like, you can apply to the data analyst role, or you can apply to the business intelligence role. Okay, but I always suggest as an entry level, okay, you
Yeah.
can, of course, like, you can prepare like different resumes, like data analyst role for a different resume, and business intelligence developer for a different resume. Okay, and you can keep it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and if you're interested, you can take a Tableau certifications. There is a one certification which is available. There's a lot of certification out there, but you can
Yes,
take
I
like
checked
Tableau
about it. Yeah, yeah, I checked. The desktop one?
yeah, the desktop one. Yeah,
Yep,
that's, you
yep.
can take it and build your Tableau public profile. I think in US, I heard like some company they're asking like a Tableau public profile. Okay, like, we can use you can use this all these assignments here, and you can build your Tableau public profile. Okay, because see,
All right.
sometimes like, what I understand from US market is like, a lot of people, before kind of like, resume screening, right, they will ask you for giving the Tableau public link. Okay,
Okay.
so make sure like, your Tableau public link have like, five to six set of dashboards, so that they can know like, hey, Rashank is worked on Tableau public, basically the Tableau desktop, the dashboards and everything. That's like,
Okay.
people are currently like, asking. So anyway, we are going to work in Tableau public, so whatever this assignments will be there, and I'm happy to give like more assignments. Don't think about like one two and all. Okay, if you need, like, I can give
Okay.
like more assignments to you. Okay, and different
Okay.
different assignments. So use that, if you're able to use that assignments on weekends, just build your Tableau public profile as a part of the courses itself, so that at the end of the
Got it.
course you will have your like 4 or 5 dashboards in your Tableau public profile.
Okay, Sridhar. All right.
Okay.
So like you'll be helping out with it,
Yes,
right? Like
yes,
I,
yes,
I don't
yes.
have to okay.
End to end. Yeah. Mm,
End to end. Okay, fine. Then I just need to focus on learning and whatever
exactly.
you are giving, all the homework and whatever assessment
Oh,
I
right.
need to do
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Right.
No problem.
So that will build as a part of the course itself. Okay.
Okay, no problem, Sridhar.
Great, man. What else?
Okay. Nothing. It's like I'm all set. I just can you just send me this PDF like the Word document which you have made,
Okay, I'll do
and
it.
can you tell just Satish to send it to me?
Sure. I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And I'll get back by tomorrow, or maybe like, tomorrow by this time, I'll let you know. And then we can start day after.
Okay. Sure, man. Cool.
All right. Okay. So if it's
Yeah.
not my friend, at least I will start by day after. So just
Okay.
giving a clarity on that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. That will be great.
All. Okay. Thank you.
Great, man. Thanks a lot. Good
Thank-
night. Okay. See
Good
you
night.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Mm,
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.